morning guys, and welcome to today's video. I thought I would start it now as I am just walking down to get some horses in from the field, but today we're going to a show. So exciting! So it's the first show of the year. I'm going to be going with Cal and Dali. So they're my two most experienced horses, but they're just going to be jumping around 120, 130 to just get my eye back in. As I said in the last video, feeling a little bit rusty, and I just want to make sure that when we do step up to the actual Grand Prix a bit later in the year, that I've jumped a few smaller rounds, and that one, my eye is in, two, I'm strong and fitter, and three, they do need to get a little bit more competition fit. And sometimes the only way to do that is to go and jump a course, because at home, you know, it's a smaller arena, just jump a few jumps at a time, you think the horse is fit, but then you go into a course with 14 jumps and suddenly they're not so fit. So that is the plan of action for today. It'll be a good test to see how the boys are feeling. I think they'll be fresh and I think they'll be really happy to be out. We're going to Emerald. My dad is coming with me, which is always fun. He will come to a show if it's our horses jumping. If it's not our horses jumping, it takes a little bit of convincing sometimes, which is so fair. So yeah, as I said, I'm just kind of doing my morning routine, riding a few of the horses, and then it'll be time to get ready. I'll be jumping around 1 p.m, so I have a little bit of time. I still need to wash the horses and clean my tack and everything like that, so I have plenty to do, but we'll get it all done. And I will catch up with you guys when I'm getting the boys ready. Also, it will not be long until it is this man's first show. He's Wiggy, the 5-year-old that you guys saw go cross-country schooling, and he's just been super. So I think I'll go schooling one more time, but this time to a show jumping schooling, and then he might go to a show, which has been so exciting. To be fair, everything I'm working on with him isn't anything to do with him. He's perfect. He just needs to get stronger. He just needs to build muscle. He's rideable, he's calm, he's confident, he jumps well. He just needs to get stronger. He's just lacking a lot of muscle on his top line. So I just want to get that really good, because I don't want to sell him and he's not perfect, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to, I want to make sure he really fills out. I actually had a chat with a vet nutritionist who came out yesterday. She's actually a friend of mine, but she came out and she's going to make a plan for all the horses for what to feed them, so that's great, and we'll be able to really get him looking really good for the season. So I'm excited for that. Okay, it is time to start washing the horses. Also, this spot is going to really annoy me this whole day. I don't wear makeup on the day-to-day. Maybe I should start doing it for videos, but anyway, hey Cal. So Cal is first to be washed. He hates a bath, but we have recently got a hot wash system, which is so exciting. So he's learning that baths are actually not the worst now. They're actually quite pleasant because we have hot water and it's really nice. Whereas before I had to get buckets of hot water and kind of splash him, but to rinse the suds I always had to use cold water. But now warm water, so he's thrilled. Well, he doesn't look overly thrilled, but I'm gonna wash him now, and then I'm gonna wash Dali, and then while they dry I'll ride 2 more horses, and then hopefully they'll be dry, the horses will be ridden, I have to clean the tack, get the horse box packed. I'm hoping it's all gonna be done in time. I'm already a little bit behind, and videoing always things just take a bit longer, don't they? Because you're setting up the camera, you're chatting, you're yapping, you're wasting time. Anyway, case in point, let's get going. Cal had a few scabs when I clipped him, and now where there was a scab has grown back really long hair in just that patch. So strange, it's nowhere else. It's just that one bit on that one side of his neck. So I just need to go with the clippers and just those little bits off. But this happened last year as well. He ends up with a little different coloured hair patch, which is funny. But anyway, I'm gonna wash him first and I'll just whip them off once he's dry. Good boy. Alrighty, he's all washed. He's got his new Mackie dry rug on. Look at us matching. And I'm gonna put him under the heat lamps now and he's gonna dry off. If anyone is looking for like the most DIY and also super cheap heat lamp situation, I just got these from like a hardware store, and they're just lights from underneath an umbrella, like for outdoor seating for people. So they're not that, like, you know, you're not going to burn the horse, that's for sure, but they're warm enough, and especially in this small stable like this, it really heats up the room. So, you know, there's not so much heat coming onto them like that. Like, they're not really good for that. They're pretty cheap, but maybe if you got 4 it would be even better. But they do heat the room in general, so especially in the winter, I just put them in here to dry on the cross ties, the rug, the room's warm, and it's so much nicer for them. And also for me, I have quite enjoyed, you know, plaiting and grooming and stuff underneath these lights. It's much needed. So annoyingly, our electricity is just gone. So I already have hot water basically. So Dali is just gonna get his tail washed because he actually was clipped last week and got a full bath after that. So he's not too dirty. But his tail is a bit dirty. So we'll wash his tail, won't we? And you'll be much happier with that. He's so cute. He's so cute. I'm so excited to jump him. He's gonna be like so excited. He loves being out and about. Don't you? He loves showing off to everyone. He likes holding my finger. Naughty. One day you're gonna bite it off. All right, so I've now ridden all the horses. I've gone up, I've had lunch, I've gotten changed. I now look worse than I could ever look, but it's just because I have all my show gear on underneath my old tracksuit bottoms. You get me? It's just funny to me that I put on my good clothes and then put all like the oldest, most rubbish clothes on over it, and I look like, well, it's not a good look, but I will look very clean when I'm on the horse. So I'm just going to finish grooming the boys. They should be all dried now, and then we will load up and hit the road. They're running a little bit late, which is perfect because it means that I'm on time. So go me. But yeah, it's actually funny. I'm like not nervous, but you know what makes me nervous is getting to the show on time. Once I'm at the show and I'm there on time, I'm like, all good. I just hate being late, like even in other parts of my life as well, like not just for shows. I always arrive 10 minutes before the time that I'm meant to be somewhere. So yeah, that's the only thing that like gets me a little bit like, oh, you know, I want to be there on time. And then when you haven't been to a show in ages, it's a bit like, oh yeah, I don't want to be late to my first show of the year. But we're not going to be late. It's going to be fine. It's a really relaxed midweek league show, so there's no stress. Loads of time. So I'm going to get everything all ready, packed, clean my tack, get the horse box ready, get them cleaned, and then we'll be ready to go. Okay, the Overlander is packed. I've got the 2 saddles, 2 bridles, got some boots, spurs, whip, my boots, my hat, some treats, bucket for water. I think we're good. This needs a little sweep. Actually, the whole thing needs a power wash. It's gonna happen. Got hay for the boys. Also put some shavings in. Oh, here they are, my 2 Grand Prix steeds. Hello. Oh, look what they do. They kick all the shavings out. They're so naughty. All right, just gonna finish getting the boys ready and then we'll load up. Ready to rock and roll. Good boy, Dali. So he's jumping second, so he's going to go in the horse box first. Cal is waiting impatiently in the cross ties for us. Whee! No drive-bys. Come on. Oh, he's looking at the gate. He says, can I go to the field? Come on. Good boy. Oh, look at the dirt. Long story, I'll tell you in a minute. When we brought the broodmares home, they were really muddy and wet, and they went in the horse box, and yeah, they've destroyed the horse box. It's so muddy, but the mud is now dry. But I'm actually just going to power wash the whole thing because it needs a wash anyway. But luckily they have their coolers on, so they won't get the mud on them. But it's not good. It's not good. Anyway, here's Cal, second to go on, and then we're gonna hit the road.
Somebody has to be soft with these animals. Everyone can't be fucking hard. Just
The horses take the piss out of Dad every time.
they're nice to them. They're nice. You need to have the soft, caring person.
Now Cal is all ready to go for our first round, which is the 120. So hopefully we have a nice round. I've watched one person jump the course. I did not get to walk the course because we were just 5 minutes late, which was totally my fault. But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna get going.
We have 16 left to jump in this meter 20 class. So
Hello and welcome to voiceover round 1. So this is Cal in the 1m20. As I said, I didn't actually really get to walk the course, but I had an idea of the strides. It was a nice, welcoming oxer, number 1. Number 2 was this small vertical, kind of off a little bit of an awkward turn, which actually a lot of people had down. So I kept my outside leg on, kept him nice and straight. He kind of just skipped over it. This was a long run down to an oxer. Here I put leg on and he didn't really go off my leg, which put us a little bit away from the jump, a little bit of a long stride. So you can see afterwards I kind of just say, no, come on, you have to go when I say go. This was 5 strides to a double. So kind of quite an easy 5 strides for him, like quite regular. Then we come around to this jump that's on the center line. So again, outside leg getting him straight, a slight drift around the turn. Then it was 8 strides on the bending line to this oxer. Again, came up really normal for us, really regular. Rode right into the turn because then we're turning back to this My Cheval fence. Again, a little bit of an awkward turn. He did actually just touch it. Then it was 8 strides to a double verticals. Double verticals, you always need to sit up. You don't want to be riding in too strong into them. They're usually a bit of a carefulness test, and he was very good. And then another of these turn, kind of like just when you're coming off the line of the arena, and then it's 8 strides to the last, which ended up a little bit forward for us, but I actually didn't know that was 8 strides, so I was a little bit riding off the eye. Well, Dali, Cal has started the year off very strong. Will you follow in your older brother's footsteps and go clear? He's giving you motivation. Do you hear him? Yes, Cal, it's actually not all about you. I know it usually is. but not today. We've got Dali on board as well. Dali's just chilling. All right, let's go. And then it was time for Dali in the 1m30. So on Dali, I'm now riding him in a snaffle. I always ride him in a snaffle at home and jumping at home, but in shows previously I've ridden him in a gag. I would like to ride him in a snaffle. That's always the goal for all the horses, to ride them in a snaffle. So I said, no time like the present. It's a small class. You know, I don't need super strong brakes or anything. You know, it should be quite easy for him. So I said I'd try it out, and he was very good. So down this line, obviously 5 strides. He's a big horse, so strides are generally going to come up a little bit short for him, and he came back to me really, really nicely. And here he jumped in quite big, and he tried so hard over the second part. I was really, really proud of him there. Again, coming around to this turn, trying to keep him nice and straight. He felt good. He landed on the right lead, like the incorrect lead. So I just kind of countered around the 8 strides. I thought that would be more balanced than asking for a change, because we do a lot of counter at home. And it definitely paid off. He jumped very well. This time we landed on the correct lead. We get the 8 strides to the double verticals. I really stood up looking for a short 1 stride, and he responded very well, was really careful. We come around again here, using my outside leg, outside hand to kind of push him on the turn rather than pulling him. And then 8 easy strides down to the final fence, and another clear round. Very, very pleased with him. And the best part about it is that you finish jumping, you drop your reins, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm just chilling. He's such a good boy.
Well done.
Seriously. Dad, put the head collar on.
Here, put your head in there. Thank you very much. Stress.
He's trying to help.
Stress.
When you get the non-equestrian dad, put the head collar on. I think it is right.
Good boy.
Dad's looking at all the nice trucks. He's going, who's that? Dali. What a good boy. 130, clear. How good is that?
Excellent.
So we had 2 clear rounds today. Not too bad. Not too bad. First show back.
Brilliant.
He felt good. He was really happy to be out. He's just, to be fair, I thought maybe they'd be a bit more excited and a bit more like, oh, we're out. They kind of just went in like they've done it every day of their life. I guess they are experienced older horses now. They're not really going to go jumping around and spooking at things, but I was looking for a bit of excitement, you know, Dali, but no excitement here, no excitement at all. But very happy, very successful day. So we'll bring them home now and get them all tucked in for bed.
And we haven't takeaway.
We haven't takeaway. Should we go to the services?
Well,
should we get a burger? Should we get a burger?
We'll get a burger.
Right on in there, Mr. Dali.
Big horse to get in there.
I know, he's really quite agile.
Yeah, it's amazing.